What is going on, guys? Yet again, this is the Comic Guy with another review for you on the Netflix show The Punisher, as you can see right over here. And yet again, it's actually one of those shows everybody's been very skeptical on it. I've seen the first 4 episodes, so there's going to be a review between episode 1 and 4. And let me tell you, like I said, I've been watching a lot of reviews on it. I've been watching a lot of people talk about it. Everybody's like, oh, what's going on? You have that 50-50 on the show. Me personally, I guess I'm one of those positive skeptics because I actually love the show. The same thing as I did, love Justice League, and a lot of people did not like Justice League. I actually like the show. Yes, it did start kind of slow, but even though it did kind of start slow, you must understand what Frank Castle has been through, as when we left him off at season 2 of the Daredevil, going into the new season of his own show, The Punisher. He finished killing his family's killers. He went ahead and killed everybody. He was done. He burned off his the chest piece of the Punisher. He was done as a Punisher. He went on with his life, even though doing through that time, he's still having those nightmares. He's still going through the whole PTSD that he was going through. Did not know what else was going on. He just went to work. And you could see the struggle of him going through the first couple episodes. And then you could see that he still is Frank Castle. He still is a good man. He, in one part, he saved the kid's life that was working with him in the construction company, and he pretty much kicked ass. You could see a couple of good action scenes between episode 1 and episode 4. The way that microchip actually comes into the show, and you see the development between all these people and what it is. Yes, maybe it is a slow start, and people just wanted that one, go ahead and start action-packed season and all these gunshots and everything like that. But they're actually, what I like about the show is they're going into the story of Frank Castle, getting to know this character, so we could know this character going through. That's what I actually like about the show, is you get to know what been going on inside his head for the last couple of months. And then they show him how did he get to this point in life, going through what he went through when he was in the army, and going through that as a soldier, what it went through. They show a lot of other characters coming into the whole show, developing those characters to see what else is going to happen. Like I said, I only seen from 1 to 4, so I haven't seen much of the show. Don't know what else is going to happen. But now him and Micro are going into getting that partnership together and just developing that friendship. Well, they're really not friends because Frank Castle don't really have friends, but developing into what it is. He was out of the Punisher, now he's getting wheeled back in slowly to become the Punisher again, and kicking ass as we know him. But you must also have a development show. You cannot just go ahead and start a show and say, let's go ahead and just do a whole bunch of gunshots and let's kill everybody. You can't do that in the show. So they're actually going through this in a slow motion, as let's develop this story of this person that we all know, Frank Castle, and going forward. I mean, you must understand, from the comic books to the show, they have to do a lot of changes, but you have to go through that change. And now they're getting more into Frank Castle's head and what's been going on through his head. He's been having these nightmares with his family. He still blames himself, so he's going through all this and trying to go on with his life. But as some misfortune that he goes into and developing and going through all this craziness, he's somehow wheeled in because it hasn't stopped. They hasn't mentioned any of the other shows because they don't have to mention any other shows. Like in the comic books, they don't go ahead and mention nothing in the other other comics, and people, you can't depend on that because it's a Marvel show. They're gonna go ahead and put stuff that happened in the Marvel universe because that's way off. Isn't there nothing happening in New York? Is going on somewhere else? So they don't need to. This is Frank Castle's story. They don't have to mention anything that happens in the MCU, and that's why everybody pretty much expecting. How come they haven't mentioned Iron Man, or they haven't mentioned anything that's going on with the other, like Luke Cage or Daredevil, or Iron Fist? They don't have to mention these characters because in reality, it's just the Punisher story. He's now he's going back to New York. He's trying to live his life. He's going, and you can see him struggling when he's like in the construction site and he's like hitting the hell out of that wall with a hammer. Blow. You can see that the struggle that he's going through, the pain that he has, and now he's gonna lash out and kick people's ass as maybe what's going on in the other episodes yet. I mean, they're still introducing characters into. They just introduced Microchip. They introduced Detective. Um, they're introducing all these characters, but slowly, this story is not about the other. I mean, yes, having a supporting cast is very important. It's very important to have a supporting cast, especially in one of these shows. But let's go through what Frank Castle is going through, and that's what they're actually basing it on. I actually like it so far. It's kind of intriguing. It's one of those shows that you watch the first episode and you want to watch the next episode and want to watch the next episode to find out what is actually going on with this character and how everything gonna go intertwine into one another. Let's see what other characters they're gonna bring in. I still have episode 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I still have 8 more episodes to go through. I will be going through each episode so far between 1 and 4. Microchip has been introduced. Now they're actually working together. They're not a partnership, but they're working together as he's going to be his eyes and ears and getting all his guns and stuff like that. And that's where I left off. Other than that, the show is actually good. John Bernthal as the Punisher, man, he is just badass. I love the commitment and the way he portrays Frank Castle and what is bringing out in Frank Castle. So make sure you guys watch it on Netflix. The show is on right now. Like again, this is from 1 to 4. I will be getting you another update between 5 and 8. I'm gonna watch these shows and I'm gonna keep you updated on these shows because it's real good. Make sure you guys catch my review that I did on Justice League, and I am actually going to do an updated review with some spoilers if you guys want to watch my next episode on Justice League and what is going on with the DCEU universe right about now with all this drama going on between the Batman and the other films and why they didn't introduce these characters and stuff like that. But yet again, this is the Comic Guy. Thank you again for coming to one of my shows. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you guys think about the show. Comment down below. Let me know. I'll see you guys later. This is the Comic Guy. Peace.